Hello everybody, today we are taking off from KGPI, which is Glacier Park International, in this Beechcraft 18. Now to be honest with you, I was going to fly the B247 and I tried it a couple times and was recording, and I took off twice and the engine sputtered out and crashed every time I took off. So I tried it a couple times and I couldn't figure out what was going on with the controls in the B247. They're persistent, so the way you left the aircraft is the way the aircraft is when you come back, when you log back on and try to fly it again. And I think I switched off a switch that I wasn't supposed to, causing the aircraft to fail. So I've got to figure out that airplane a little better before I start doing videos with it, and figure out what switch I turned off to create crashes. So here we are in the Beechcraft 18. I've flown it a couple times, and this is a craft that I'm also trying to figure out on a technical level, and it's actually quite easy as I say it now. I'm probably gonna eat my words, but it's quite easy to fly and get rolling. I've been practicing, so hopefully I'm not going to eat my words. So we turn on the left engine, everything on the left engine. The one thing that I'm not too sure about are these levers here. I just pull them up because it seems to work. I guess there's probably a checklist that I could look at, but yeah, I just pull them up and let's hope that's right. But in the future, I'm sure I'll get more technical and figure out the actual way to start this plane. But for right now, I'm just doing what works. We got to prime the left engine 3 times. After turning it on, I switch it back there, and then go over here, turn the selector to the left, flop that up, hit the booster, and hold down the starter, and it works. It worked. We're going good. Alright, now we do the same for the right light. Or the right engine, I should say, not right light. Right battery on. Almost forgot to prime. 1, 2, 3. Got the primer. Good to go. Now go back over here. Hit the boost. Alright. It fired up. Turn off the booster so we don't have to listen to that. Alright, what's up with that? Apparently, there is a glitch where this buzzer goes off. Alright, I figured out how to turn it off, hopefully. Nope. Alright, we'll just leave it like that. Oh, no. Damn it. Alright, we'll come back after I figure out how to get this thing to stop buzzing. Okay, well, we're back here. I had to exit out and kind of restart the whole aircraft in order to get that buzzer to turn off, which is okay. I mean, there it is. I guess that's one of the glitches that this plane has, so that's okay. It doesn't bother me too bad because this plane is a lot of fun to fly, and it's challenging to land and take off because it is quite squirrely on the runway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune in to the tower. We're going to
Glacier ground in 406W2277 with India request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
And we're going to decide to depart straight out, as he said.
Using taxiway Delta Alpha, cross runway 30 Alpha. Contact tower on 124.55 when ready.
All right.
Taxiing hold short runway 20 using taxiway Delta Alpha, cross runway 30 Alpha and 406W2277.
All right, so we're going to take off of runway 20. Now the thing with this plane is it's got this tail wheel. And if you don't lock it down when you take off, it will go every which way known to mankind. And even if you do lock it down, you got to get it the power levels just right. Otherwise, it gets very hairy very quickly. All right, we're here.
Glacier Tower and 406W2277 at runway 20 ready for departure straight out departure.
N406W2277 altimeter 29.9er 2 wind 257 at 8. Straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 20.
Cleared for takeoff runway 20 and 406W2277.
Alright, so I'm going to pull out here. Hit the parking brake on real quick while I rev the engine up. And my thoughts today are that we're going to try to fly through Glacier Park and through the mountains there haphazardly. See if I can survive. And maybe follow the flight plan and make a landing in Cut Bank. We'll see. Oh, I almost forgot. We got to lock the tail wheel, otherwise we aren't making it off the ground. I'm going to put the flaps down a little. Also, the trim. The trim is super sensitive, so be very diligent if you have this plane, because it will, and it may cause some issues here. We'll see if I can do it. It likes to go every which way. Like, I got the trim down. See, here we go. Let's see if I can recover. There we go. Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough takeoff because I had the trim pointed down instead of up. Raising the landing gear so we get a little more airspeed up. I'll set the mixture to 50%. I don't know if that's the correct ratio or not, but that's just what I do. Seems to work for me, so I'm going to keep on doing it. Alright. Going to make a left-hand turn here. And you know what I forgot to do? I was going to do the weather differently. So we're going to just do that right now. I kind of like the sunrise through Glacier Park with partly cloudy here. Or is it broken clouds? No. I guess few clouds? Yes, few clouds.
W2277, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Yes, ma'am.
Glacier Tower and 406W2277 frequency change.
Adjust the time a little bit here. I apologize I didn't have this set up before, but I'm haphazard here. I like to do things on the fly. Alright. Here we go. We'll see if we can make it. Make it with my crazy driving. Or flying. This thing has some old school buzzers for letting you know you need to put your gear down, so it's kind of annoying. Alright, I'm gonna go low. I like low. Gives me a sense of speed. So right now I'm just gonna fly over what is called Columbia Falls. Now, if you ever watched I think it's the first documentary with Ewan McGregor, where they ride their motorcycle across, I don't know, it's around the world or whatever. Well, they came through this here and ended up in Hungry Horse, Montana, which we'll fly over. If that's something you've seen, you'll kind of got an idea of where they were when they rode through. It's on the way to Glacier National Park, which is what we are flying towards right now. Get a third-person view here. Once we get into the mountains, I'm going to go into the cockpit and do some crazy flying. See if I can crash into a mountainside. But my original plan was to do a video with the B247, the Boeing 247, and do a flight with it. And I was thinking New Zealand, but like I said, I can't figure out the controls, and that plane is very, very touchy when it comes to making sure you've got your settings correct. This plane is a joy to fly, as long as you can get it off the runway. And land it, because landing can be sketchy as well. You always got to check your tail brake here, which is right there. If it's horizontal like that, it's locked. If it's vertical, it's free, and you can have some crazy runway issues with that. I mean, it's already, you saw that I had it locked and it was still squirrely. It likes to go to the left or right and stall out and then just nosedive into the ground. But I should have mentioned we just flew over Hungry Horse, and now we're flying towards Lake Mcdonald, which is there off on the horizon, which is the entrance to Glacier National Park. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. It is beautiful. Super gorgeous. If you've seen pictures of Glacier National Park, they don't do it justice. Unless you've seen it in person, you can kind of grasp what's going on there, but yeah, in person it's just amazing. I'm gonna drop my flaps a little so I don't break us apart before we hit the mountains. I'm gonna get low. Kind of skim the trees. Should probably pull up before we do break apart. Yep. All right. If you like vintage aircraft, this thing is fun to fly. You know what? Let's go this way. I was gonna fly over the lake, but I see that sun shining through the mountains there, and it's calling to me. It's calling. Let's see what trouble we can get into here. I'm gonna fly through here and see where it takes us. I know I said I was gonna fly over the lake and into the park, but I'm taking a detour into the park. See what kind of trouble I can get us into. And honestly, test out how this does in mountainous areas. Seems to be doing pretty good. It's not losing a lot of speed when I make these turns. In fact, it's almost too fast at the moment. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's get some third-person view here. Alright, we're gonna go try to see what this does. Trying to climb over these mountains here. So I get over this peak, I'm gonna take a hard left and see if I can find Logan's Pass for you, which is the top of Glacier Park, where everybody goes to spectate the wildlife and check out the views. I wish I knew the name of this lake. I'm thinking this is I don't know if it's Gunsight Lake. It's probably not. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try, but there's so many mountain lakes up here that it's hard to keep track of them all. Alright, here we go. We're gonna try and climb these mountains. See what this thing's got for power. Thing about hiking around here is there's lots of grizzly bear. So it's kind of sketchy when you're hiking. I've been through many hikes and I haven't seen a grizzly bear. Although I came upon a trail, which is the Highline Trail, where there was a grizzly and her cubs ahead of us. My brother saw it. He hiked ahead of us and was able to turn around to tell us it was there, but we kept on going and it was gone by the time we got to the point where he was at. Luckily. And if we make it over this mountain ridge here, I'll show you the Highline Trail. I'm dropping airspeed here, which is kind of concerning to me. Might have to make a U-turn. So yeah, we're in Glacier National Park right now. Flying around where most people don't get to see because they just go to Logan's Pass, and unless you're an adventurer, you do the hiking trails all around here, but a lot of people just go to Logan's Pass and that's it. Or Logan's Visitor Center, I guess is what they call it, but I don't know if I'm gonna make this. I might. As long as we don't stall out. I've never stalled out in this yet. We'll see what happens. Alright. I'm gonna get a third-person view to see if I can figure out where we're at. We're flying over a glacier right now. That is a glacier. Alright, where are we at? I think I should probably pull up. I think I want to go that direction, because that looks like Bear Hat Mountain there off to our left. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fly down over here. Alright, well, I guess I could say that is not Bear Hat Mountain, and I am officially lost. I'm gonna fly to the left here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Fly over here. This looks familiar. Alright, right down there is Logan's Pass Visitor Center to our right. And we're gonna fly over this ridge here. I've hiked on that hill right there, or that cliffside. and almost died. But if you see that line to our right, that is the Going to the Sun Highway. And above that line is the Highline Trail, which is where we saw the bear. And the bear, or where my brother saw the bear, we were down here right around this curve here right before it, and my brother saw it on this straightaway above the road here. So the Highline Trail follows that road. And it leads over to this piece of land here, which has a chalet built by Great Northern Railroad, which you can stay at overnight if you reserve a room. I think it's right here. Unfortunately, it's not shown here because nobody's modeled it yet. But yeah, there's a lot of grizzly bear in this area here. In fact, if you ever heard of Night of the Grizzly, this below us is where it took place, where a bunch of people got eaten by grizzly bears. So yeah, that's a little scenic history tour, Glacier Park, and some of the horrifying stories that have taken place here. Now if you see that cliffside, I said I hiked on that cliffside. There's a goat trail. In fact, you can kind of see where it is there. There's a white line near the top of the, like a quarter of the way down from the peak. And that's where that goat trail is, and it's a little rocky trail. I was climbing there with some friends to hit that peak on the left-hand side. When we were on the peak, a thunderstorm came in from the direction we're flying, and we started hustling down, and by the time we got on the goat trail, the the lightning was crashing all around us, and yeah, the hail was coming down, and I'm gonna stall out here. So let's see if I can make it back. I might die here in the video game. I may not have died in real life, but I'm gonna die now. I'll finish the story nonetheless. So yeah, we were on that goat trail up there, and thunder and lightning, and it started snowing and hailing on that goat trail. And my friend and I had walking sticks, so we had to use those to keep us from slipping off the edge and plummeting to our deaths like we just did in that airplane. So thankfully I'm here right now, but in this video I'm not. We just died because I didn't watch my airspeed. I was too busy reliving my hiking experience on that cliffside there. But anyways, I guess that's the video for today. I was kind of hoping to do a little more flying through the mountains, but I'm just going to leave it as it is because why not? Anyways, I'll try and get to know that B247 so that I can do a flight with it, because I really enjoy flying that thing. It's a lot of fun. But if you're into vintage aircraft, this little thing's pretty fun to fly. But as you can see, if it stalls out, there's not much recovering you can do. It's pretty squirrely when it comes to takeoff, landing, and now I just found out stalling. It's not very forgiving if you lose your airspeed. So that's a thought. I highly recommend it, by the way. It's a fun little plane to fly. Well, you guys all take care and have fun, and Godspeed.